Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up, by leaving a comment, by subscribing, or telling me what your favorite cryptocurrency is, because I'm sure it's different than what I can imagine. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. The last couple of days have been quite interesting in the cryptocurrency space. And I guess we're now experiencing the effects of all of that happening. It says Ripple has had the biggest bull run following its crash in December 2020. Consolidation groped the token. What? Okay. Leaving it motionless in the range of around 25 cents to 30 cents. However, in the last couple of weeks, XRP signaled a possible technical breakout. The comprehensive analysis on Friday predicted that XRP is poised for a massive upswing to 40 cents. So I'm going to give you something. I can't get the sound right, and I don't know what it is. It's kind of driving me crazy right now. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait. There we go. I guess I can hear myself now. Can I hear myself? Okay, sure. This is going to have to do. I hope you can all hear me properly, because for some reason the microphone, it was all weird and the numbers were kind of off. And not that you care about any of that. I'm just trying to explain why I was fiddling around with it. So I'm seeing a lot of news once again. The news that we had a couple days ago was that XRP was moving up in price because of the situation that happened. Can't get it right. The situation that was happening with the SEC. And apparently they had done enough during their discussion with the SEC that people had regained confidence in XRP. I mean, listen, that might have happened. That very well might have happened. However, the news that we got was apparently that there are several hundreds of thousands of million people out there who are buying up XRP. I reported on one. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, at least the front half of it, to kind of get what I'm talking about, there are a huge number of, what's it called? Accounts, telegrams out there floating around, basically planning on today, very soon, buying large portions of XRP. As always, please do your own research, and this is not financial advice in any kind of way. It's just me telling you the news because there's a lot of it. So they're it's multi-layered. There are groups that say pump and dump XRP. They want to try and get it over $1. There are other ones that say pump and hold, buy as much as you can. They're kind of spread across the entire spectrum, but a lot of the news keeps being like technical, or rather there was like a couple of analysts who were like, yeah, XRP is definitely going to go up. They didn't give a real time frame, but now that XRP is going up, they're like, see, I told you it was going to go up. So they're getting notoriety, which is a little weird because, you know, they didn't predict anything. So it says XRP posted biggest single day gain in 3 years in a coordinated buying attack. Listen to the words that people use when they always discuss XRP. It's always something negative. It's always something horrible. If this had been Bitcoin going up by 65, 70%, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been called a buying attack. Anyway, it says traditional crypto pump groups are being copied and legitimized by Wall Street bets. This was said by Yihan Chu, co-founder and managing director at Kinetic Capital. They're all over the place. This is like still the major news. I thought it had subsided a little bit. No. Everyone's kind of gearing up for what potentially might be happening today. And a lot of people are thinking that this pump could go a lot further. I see a lot of groups talking about XRP over $1. And a huge portion of them also like XRP to $1. Hold it. Don't sell any. Keep buying more and more and more. Anyway, I think today is going to be a very interesting day, especially at the time of me making this video. XRP is like actually pumping, not like half pumping. Like it is really quite fascinating to see. Yeah, there was barely any other altcoin news. There was this. It says Dogecoin rises 66% as hashtag Dogecoin army trends on Twitter. Dogecoin went from half of a cent to 1 cent to 8 cents, and I think it fell back down to 2. And now I think it's like 3 or 4 or something like that. And so it's like pumping once again. There are a lot of people who want to get Dogecoin to $1. This has been something since like 2013, 14, whenever Dogecoin popped up. People back then were trying to get Dogecoin to $1. Never a dull moment in the cryptocurrency space. If you plan on participating in any of the activities today, just make sure you don't get too greedy. That's all I can kind of say in that manner. This was the only price news. Not joking. Bitcoin is also going up right now, and that didn't even make the news. I mean, Bitcoin going up by 4 or 5% is not going to make the same exact news as XRP going up by 65% or Dogecoin going up. And anyway, that's that news. And let's move on. Next up, the heavy hitters in traditional finance have been concerned, that's an understatement, about the recent stock market action fueled by Redditors and a colossal number of retail investors. This week, a Goldman Sachs executive warned that if these short squeezes continue, it could snowball throughout the market. Moreover, Interactive broker founder Thomas Peterfy made similar comments this week, saying that these types of systemic risk can take down the entire system, theoretically. I hope everyone's really caught up just on basically everything that's been happening. The quickest rundown is that mega companies and hedge funds realized many moons ago that they can short something and or bet against something. And they can completely wipe it out and make tons of money by shorting something or betting against it. People on Reddit figured out, hey, what they're shorting, we can long and we can start buying. And any short position that a company might have creates a short squeeze or kind of obliterates them. They keep losing money as the price goes up because they've bet that it's going to go down. Kind of the simplest way of saying it. And the original one was GameStop. And now it's actually moved on to multiple different stock exchanges and stocks in general. And it's becoming a lot more coordinated. And one could, in theory, if this movement continued, actually wipe out all the mega hedge funds. And this is why they're a little scared at the moment. 2021 has been an interesting year so far. Oh, happy February 1st. It's just February. What a crazy year. This week, and Reddit, a forum called Wall Street Bets, sparked a whole new hot topic. 4 days ago, everyone reported on the stock market fiasco that started with short squeezing GameStop shares. But GameStop shares were not the only stock that felt a push, as the Wall Street Bets trend started leaking into a number of other types of shares, and is believed that they've now also leaked, if you will, into the cryptocurrency space. This is why we keep seeing a lot of other coins are spiking up as well. There are a lot of, I think we're also going to get into that in a couple of seconds. But it's, the only word I can find in my head is fascinating. Like, I keep looking like through the Rolodex and I'm like, amazing, wonderful. It's fascinating to see that people are realizing quite quickly that people have power, that a large group of people has more power than 5 people sitting in a room. And if you want to talk about cleaning up the financial system, someone just found the gigantic key and it fits directly into the keyhole, if that makes any sense to you. So, what's this one? Yeah, Bitcoin subreddit hits 2 million subscribers following GameStop controversy. There's no controversy. The only issue is that these mega companies thought that they could control the stock market forever. I'm rich, you're poor. I can do whatever I want in the market because you have no idea how it works. But when these people come together and read for a day or two and learn how the markets, function, and say, hey, they're shorting, let's squeeze them. Let's start buying up all the stocks so that company loses money. And then people essentially get more sophisticated. The major difference between a retail investor and an institutional investor usually just comes down to money. A retail investor is someone who has no idea what they're doing in the market. They're brand new, they're fresh, so and so and so. That's why we kept on seeing years ago all the support in the cryptocurrency space for institutions and institutional money. And I'm like, something major is happening. Make sure that you're into crypto before the institutions get in. So, anyway, you will kind of understand what I'm saying. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. One of the most well-known online Bitcoin communities passed by 2 million subscribers in a surge of activity on Friday, purportedly due to the media attention over the Wall Street Bet subreddit. According to the metrics for Reddit Analytics website, the subreddit Bitcoin has 2.1 million subs. Wow. At the time of publication, making it the 178th most popular subreddit among more than 100,000 active pages. The Bitcoin subreddit hit the 2 million subscriber milestone on Friday, more than 18 months after reaching 1 million. I think we're there. The amount of attention that's being, and you'll see as well, the rest of the video is also this like weird adoption phase kind of thing. I not only think, and I don't mean this in like a weird way, I not only think that we've already won, but I think that the attention that's going to be pushed towards the cryptocurrency space is going to be absolutely massive. We cannot keep having major numbers like this every single day of new people getting into the market, endorsements, celebrities, rich people, institutions, banks, hedge funds, all these things buying into the cryptocurrency space, buying into Bitcoin, and it not having some type of profound effect on our market. I think the mindset has changed amongst a lot of people, even more so people who weren't even thinking about Bitcoin before. I think it was a big shock to the system when you realize that you're making tons of money on a stock platform and they can basically tell you, hey, nope, stop it. Nope, you can't touch it anymore. Nope, that's how the rules work, and we can kind of control everything. So we are seeing a shift, and I hope this shift, I know that it's going to stick, but I want it to really get into the minds of everyone. People are kind of shocked as well because the stock market isn't 24 hours. If you've been in the cryptocurrency space, you're used to, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, go trade some crypto. You want to look at the prices, you want to look at so you can see exactly how everything continues to flow. But stock markets close around, was it like 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon? They don't open up until the next day. So you have a whole period where you can't even touch your stocks. You can't even trade. You have to like wait as the market is opening to be able to trade it. But crypto is 24/7. The idea that you have all this money in the market, you may have made, a good 6 figures trading GameStop, and all of a sudden 3 platforms are like, nope. And the stock exchange goes, nope. They turn the switch off. But in crypto, especially if you're on a decentralized exchange, that does not happen. So I think we've gotten to the point where we have a whole bunch of new people who have been looking to get into finance, because everyone's been looking in their own way. I told you this before last year. I mean, we all have friends who've been commenting like, hey, should I get into the stock market? Should I get into so-and-so? The amount of people who I've never heard say anything about money who've been telling me about the GameStop thing, I sit there and listen and I go, wow. You're like, because I want them to get excited, and I want them to kind of have that fervor about markets and about making money. But all these people are going to start to flow into the cryptocurrency space because our gains are absolutely ridiculous on a day-to-day basis. I guess on top of this as well, the entire Bitcoin and people moving into the subreddit kind of thing. It says DEX tokens soar as trust in centralized exchanges is eroding. For those of you who don't know, a DEX is a decentralized exchange. So we have cryptocurrency exchanges that are run by one company. A decentralized exchange is not owned by anyone. It is an open source, open everything. You trade directly peer-to-peer with someone else. No one can tell you yes or no that you cannot trade, and no one can take the website, and whatever down. And these are rising in popularity. And I don't think that the DEX tokens are soaring necessarily because of that. There are all, listen, I don't know. There are also tons of groups on social media platforms that are also buying up these decentralized tokens as well. Whether it be to pump them, I'm not exactly sure, but there are tons of people who are buying these things, and therefore that's the current situation. It says, while the past week has been somewhat tumultuous, SAT word, to put it mildly, for both crypto and stock markets, it looks like digital tokens related to decentralized exchanges are actually having a great time. The sector is in the green across the board, as most DEX tokens are up anywhere between 1 to 317% over the last 7 days, according to Crypto Slate's data. I think this is also going to be something that continues. We kept on seeing news from, it wasn't Elon Musk, but there were very famous people behind the scenes who were like, yeah, I think the world is going to be moving into DeFi. The issue is right now is that there are like 38 DeFi platforms, so it's a little difficult to ascertain which one is probably going to be able to make it. But this is really shaping up to be an absolutely crazy year. So, yeah. once again, if you are legally able to do so in your own jurisdiction, country, town, province, look into custodying your own cryptocurrencies and have a go at some decentralized exchanges to see what they're like. Just make sure you're allowed to do so, because there are some countries who don't like what's happening in our space because they're rapidly losing control. So anyway, yeah, it's amazing to see all of this taking shape. And I hope that our community grows. That sounds a little cheesy, but I really want people to understand what it means to be into crypto. Anyway, without further ado, let's moving on. In a wave of like crazy odd adoption news, if that makes any sense, following the day that Tesla founder Elon Musk added the Bitcoin hashtag to his Twitter profile, the popular Carolina Panthers offensive tackle Russell Okung told his social media followers to put the Bitcoin hashtag into their bio. Okung has managed to get hundreds of people to do it, but more recently, the NFL player started a decent train of celebrities with very large Twitter followings doing the exact same thing. Last week, Elon Musk put the hashtag Bitcoin into his Twitter bio, and I think the price skyrocketed by 20%. So now we have a bunch of other celebrities who are doing the exact same thing. I don't know. Like, it's just this. This is what I meant when I said earlier, like, I feel like we've won. Like, I don't even know if it's in one of these articles. I was just reading it very recently. Like, you can't put crypto back into a box. Like, everyone knows what it is. Everyone knows the potential money-making opportunities. When you start getting celebrities telling their fans, hey, I changed my bio to hashtag Bitcoin. Anyone else who was kind of on the fence about it, they go, wait, he has Bitcoin? I know people are making tons of money with this. I want to get some Bitcoin as well. And it really just begins to completely tumble out of control. And more people start to buy. And then if it goes up by 8% in one day and you made a couple $1,000, you start bragging and telling your family members, look how much money I made. And then they get into it. And it really just kind of continues this train. But it's kind of to the point where we're not even massive yet. Like, we've gotten so big that it feels like if you're not in it, you're weird. If that makes any sense. Like, everyone I know, except for two girls, yeah, is into crypto in some sort of way. So it's kind of, I don't know. And anyway, I don't mean to call people weird, but like, you get what I'm saying. It's kind of like, if you're not, like, why are you not into it? Like, what's the problem? So anyway, this is the same guy, and the microphone's killing me today. This is the same guy who we were talking about last time, the guy who got paid in Bitcoin. So it does make sense that he's, pro Bitcoin in that way. But he said this, hashtag Bitcoin. Mr. Beast is also in the news once again. It says Bitcoin has done extremely well over the past month, 32,000, The price action has drawn the cryptocurrency some attention from prominent investors and celebrities. One of the latest prominent names in media to take note is Mr. Beast. The YouTuber, the entertainer, who sports over 50 million subs on YouTube, recently tweeted about Bitcoin to his close to 10 million followers on Twitter. He asked if his followers held any crypto assets other than Bitcoin. Out of these 640,000 people who responded, more than half, nearly 60%, in fact, said that they don't hold cryptocurrencies aside from Bitcoin. His recent tweet caused a stir within the crypto community, with some commenting under the post to try and get him to engage with the space. So we have this thing where it's not peer pressure, but it's like it's adjacent. If you follow this guy and your friends follow this guy, and you look and see something like this, and it's like, who here owns Bitcoin? And a whole bunch of hands in the class get raised, and your hand is down, you feel kind of weird. Should I also be buying some Bitcoin? And then you buy $100 and it goes up by whatever amount, and you make $25 over the course of a week. You tell your friends, dude, I made money like doing nothing. It's weird. This is all really weird that this is all happening, but I guess this was the logical next step. It was Bitcoin rising in price. It was us getting media attention. It was us being in the news. It was celebrities being like, I own Bitcoin, I hold Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin, I've been using Bitcoin for a while, telling their followers, and then these people also getting into it. I guess the Wall Street subreddit thing was just the gigantic cherry on top of the cake, because that is, I think, what's really going to be changing everything, because people realize that they can make money by buying numbers on a screen. So yeah, Mr. Beast is in the news once again. For those of you who don't know, last week he was in the news because I think he's buying a hard drive and putting 30 Bitcoin onto it and gonna put it into a car and throw it in space or something like that. Anyway, that's that news. On top of that, U.S. Representative Patrick McHenry is pro-Bitcoin. What? He is now hosting the Bitcoin white paper on his official congressional website and has called on other lawmakers to embrace innovations like Bitcoin. He believes that the cryptocurrency is unstoppable and governments cannot kill it. So when the news to be had is this is not the only person doing this. Tons of people are starting to put the Bitcoin white paper onto their websites in some sort of fashion. Like, imagine you owning a shop where you sold Band-Aids. In one of the pages, you could actually go and read the Bitcoin white paper. That changes things psychologically, because the Bitcoin white paper basically says, like, money for all, freedom for all. Everyone should have the money they want, and no one should be able to control it. It should be issued by the people, for the people, by running a node. That's incredibly transformative worldwide. And we're starting to see more and more people do this over and over. Do you understand the significance of what's happening right now? Even more so from a popular standpoint and a political standpoint. The political standpoint that so many politicians around the world have come out as pro-crypto and or pro-Bitcoin. The people who are in power, who have the possibility of getting other people to join their side, so that when laws are signed to tax Bitcoin less, to make Bitcoin legal, to make Bitcoin so-and-so, that these things actually end up getting pushed through. And this causes more people to go to these countries and to put their money into this state, into this province, and yada, yada, yada. It's crazy. And also on the popularity side of young people and maybe even older people who are trying to get into a market, who are trying to make money. And when you burn people and tell them all the money you made, you can't take it out, you can't touch it, you can't do anything with it, they still have that hunger to make money. So where do they go? They start flowing into the cryptocurrency space. A growing number of U.S. lawmakers have recently spoken in support of Bitcoin. Among them is Congressman Patrick McHenry from the state of North Carolina. On Friday, he talked on CNBC's Squawk Box about how to approach regulation after last week's market swings. He said, "You can't put technology back in the box. Innovation is here. We have to embrace. We have to broaden access to our markets. We have to broaden access to our financial products." It says McHenry has long been a Bitcoin advocate. Last week, when the lawyer of Craig Wright threatened to sue a few website owners for hosting the open source Bitcoin white paper on their websites. Jeez Louise, dude. McHenry uploaded a document onto his official congressional website. He then tweeted, "Policymakers should be on the side of innovation and ingenuity, which are vital to American competitiveness. I hope others in U.S. government join me. #Bitcoin." That's crazy. That's like a movie from 1982 discussing the year like 2045. That is some like hyper futuristic. The advocacy for a digital currency by anyone in any government is like kind of completely blowing my mind. I know people are like, it's not that you don't get it, you don't see the weight of that, but it's kind of crazy because you're always, as a U.S. anything, you're supposed to be on the side of the U.S. dollar, but to be like, nope, let's go with this digital currency that was made 13 years ago. That's really heavy. And I didn't even know all this was happening. Apparently, people were told to take down the Bitcoin white paper from their websites because it doesn't belong to them, because Craig Wright, who claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, believes that it belongs to him. I don't understand what the end game is supposed to be with all of that. Do you want people to simply not use Bitcoin anymore? Because Anyway, yeah. So that's the NFL player, Mr. Beast, and U.S. lawmakers, and also on top of that as well, the city of Miami on Wednesday uploaded a copy of the Bitcoin white paper to its municipal website, joining a growing chorus of governments. This is weird. This isn't odd to anyone? No? All right. Joining a growing chorus of governments and companies now hosting Bitcoin's original blueprint. Mayor Francis Suarez emphasized his commitment to turn Miami into a hub for crypto innovation in his tweet announcing the upload. He's been pumping the U.S. city's potential as a landing ground for California tech expats for weeks on social media. This is crazy. I assume we're going to get more of this. I don't know if it's going to be exclusively from the States, but it is quite fast. We also have news a couple days ago that Chamath is trying to run for, I think, governor of California. So even if we get like 17 states out of the 50 states who are hyper pro crypto, I mean, I think it's only, is the word landslide? Snowball effect. Snowball sounds nicer. From here on out, like I don't think it's going to stop. I don't think people are going to stop buying Bitcoin anytime soon. And I saw a couple of people, more than like 9, asking me for proof that PayPal, Square, and oh gosh, what was the other one? It's not MicroStrategy. What's the other company who's buying 900 a day? Just Google it. Just search it. My job isn't to go into the comment section and be like, oh gosh, they need help, and then like find the actual article for you. You also have access to the internet. Just go look for it. And this is why I always say, like, if you hear me say something weird or crazy, search it yourself so you can actually read it with your own eyes and be like, oh, it did happen, just in case anything I say sounds a little off or weird. Anyway, yeah, tons of support news. It's all getting a little odd, and these are once again the people who've come out openly in support. Because you'd better believe, for every one, there's probably about 10 behind the scenes who are buying Bitcoin quietly or are telling other people to integrate. Also, don't forget the news that we had yesterday or the day before that Visa's looking to integrate Bitcoin. You can Google that as well. Type in Visa Bitcoin. Do the time frame and put it the last 24 hours or the last week if it helps you. And you'll find that news as well. The CEO of Visa was like, yeah, I like crypto a lot. And we're going to be integrating it into our systems. So, like I said, it feels like we won. We're still going to get opposition. But it's like someone throwing a cotton ball at us at this point, kind of. And to finish things off, Muskie has spoken once again. Bitcoin is on the verge of seeing broader acceptance, so said by Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, in a Clubhouse conversation today. Clubhouse is an exclusive audio chat social media platform that is invite only. Members can join various conversations akin to an online private conference. Someone said, I am late to the party, but I am a supporter of Bitcoin. Elon Musk. This was said by Dan Held. I don't know why there was so many loops in that. During the conversation with Andreessen Horowitz and other prominent investors, Musk was asked about his thoughts on Bitcoin. On the 29th of January, Musk put the word Bitcoin in his Twitter bio, causing the price of Bitcoin to rise by more than 14% in 30 minutes. After the conference, Bitcoin investors and enthusiasts were highly anticipating positive comments about crypto in general from Musk. When asked about Bitcoin, Musk said accordingly to industry executives who were able to listen to the chat, I do think Bitcoin is a good thing. I'm a supporter of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is on the verge of getting broad acceptance by conventional finance. The news being that Elon Musk likes Bitcoin, broad acceptance, institutional, money, yada, yada, yada. More importantly, if we get any news this week, next week, the week after that, that Tesla or SpaceX is adding Bitcoin to their website, or they're going to have some type of merch, or they're going to be using Bitcoin in some sort of way, or they're going to be using Bitcoin as a reserve, taking out US dollars and putting in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. It is going to burst through the stratosphere, and people are going to be really upset that they didn't hear Elon Musk saying those words. we're close to it. I think we're extremely close at this point. I think it's even safe to speculate. I think it's even safe to speculate at this point that there are conversations probably happening behind the scenes that we will never hear about allocations into Bitcoin. This is getting really big, really fast. And all it takes at this point, because before the idea was that we needed like Apple, maybe Microsoft, what's the other one? Apple, Google, or something like that in some sort of way to like announce acceptance of Bitcoin. If we get any indication that any of these mega companies are holding Bitcoin, because I'm sure that it's happening through subsidiaries, other companies that are other companies, so their name's not written as it. But I think we're basically there. It's still also the institutional accumulation phase, and I don't think that's ever going to end. So, yeah, man. I mean, this is nuts. I read all this morning, and like it's a lot to kind of take in. And I think it's so easy for us to hear this news and really absorb it. Because, stop for a second. Don't rewind the video. Name 3 things that I spoke about in this video. Like, try to remember 3 things that I spoke about already. Now, try to remember what I spoke about last Wednesday. I'm sure there's one savant somewhere out there who's like, he spoke about this, he spoke about that. It's difficult because we get so much good news all the time that it kind of just, it doesn't wash away, but we really forget about it. We had news that 2 people in government have uploaded the Bitcoin white paper. The richest person on the planet likes Bitcoin. He thinks Bitcoin is great. That means he supports it. That means that he's probably going to be integrating it in some way or using it or telling other people to use it. We have all this celebrity news. These people have access to millions and millions and millions of people on their social media platforms who they're telling, I like Bitcoin. You should too. This kind of thing. The price of XRP going up, the price of the other coins going up, like the amount of people who have left the stock market because they're like, fudge that. I want to make proper money. But in 3 days, this news will also kind of be a distant memory because we'll have other really good news. This is why I was saying before, I was like, every single time that we get news about a new institution who's coming into the space and they're buying $100 million worth of Bitcoin, that's significant. But it doesn't sound as significant as a company buying, $1 billion. $100 million is still a huge amount of money. And then we forget that the other 9 companies who we heard about before, they're buying every single week. So we may get news that they bought another, 800 Bitcoin, 720 Bitcoin, but then it still doesn't sound as amazing as that 1 billion. But cumulatively over the last 6 months, they're buying up everything. So I think it just, our mental capacity, our long-term memory doesn't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to keep on getting good news and it's going to have an effect on the market, but we forget very easily that all these things are taking place. Anyway, that's all the news, as it were. It's only Monday, so I assume... Sorry, my friend's texting me. Wait. Okay, it was like 7 messages. I assume that has to do with activities that are going to be taking place today. Yeah. Good news every single day. Like the worst news that I can remember. I saw something yesterday, and it was basically, it wasn't the guy from the was it the IMF? No, the World Bank guy. But there was some other country who was like, we don't like. Oh, it was Russia. Russia's trying to prevent all their politicians from being able to hold crypto. That was the worst of it. So let's move on. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Bolero Bastos, Crayola Michelle, URL, On Crypto with Lionel, Tigger Majonisa, Bake Me a Cake, Arfmedic17, Anytime Fitness, Monks Corner Staff, Bodie McBoatface, Yes to Crypto, Millie Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day, Bodie McBoatface, Minting Coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Anthony Charles, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Richard III, Setsuna Damien, Crypto artist Coldy 3D, Bankroll Network 242 to the world, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Master Ventures in Thailand, Mohammed Maruni, Adam Graysick, Todd Mullis, a Bibliophobia, the Animal Reader, John Sarson, Nostromo, John Martin Stoyer, Joshua Vineyard, Moonman High, XRP, Utopia 569, Oscar Maldonado, Yasha Harari, Attila the Han, David James, Navarro Williams, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Tolik Banan, Snacky Chan, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, George Montoya, Wiselink, Not TMI, Crypto Stahl, Need a Miracle, Space Case, Troy Allgood, Barebones Mining, Quoted Biddy, and Professor Wally from Gunbot University. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. There's continuously new ones every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone who left a comment, left a thumbs up, who is a member of the channel, who is a clicker of affiliate links, who has donated, who is still here listening to my voice. I am very hungry. It is definitely breakfast time. At the moment, Bitcoin is up by 2.79%. XRP is at 65 cents, is up by 38%. It's these really weird movements. Everything is posting very weird things in the market right now. Litecoin's up by 2%. Lumens is up by a smidge below 5%. There we go. Binance coin is up by 6. Dogecoin is up by 41%. It looks like, very close to 4 cents. Alrighty there. What else is going on? What else is going on? EOS is up by 10%. No EOS news. I just assume it's general market hype at this point. Still no news on Voice because OKB is up by 9%. Compound is up by 9% as well. Anything else crazy? I don't think so. Okay. The Graph, sure, why not nowadays, is up by 15%. Zcash is up by 3%. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting week. So hold on to your buckled horses, or buckle down your horses, or hold down your buckles, because it's going to be crazy. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.